Hey, it's Tim Gross, and today I'm going to show you how to play the entertainer at virtually any skill level, from pretty much the full ragtime version all the way down to a super simple version that just about anybody will be able to play. It's a lot of challenging stuff, but I'm going to show you how to simplify it down as much as possible. And I built a special lead sheet for it that has the names of the notes written into the notes, and instead of left-hand patterns, I just have chords written down, and they're fairly involved chords, and I'm going to show you how to use them so you can play more involved patterns or simplify it way down to the most simple patterns that you can play. And I've taken this lead sheet and I put it up for you to download. It's at pianogenius.com/entertainer. So pianogenius.com/entertainer. You can download the PDF, print it out, and that way you can work on this yourself once you've gone through this video and you understand everything. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a few really important things to understand about the lead sheet so you can get the most out of it. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. So in sort of full mode, it's going to sound basically a lot like this. And I'll show you a bunch of ways to make that easier, and just going to take the whole thing down piece by piece. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And if you want to be able to play the entertainer, this is the video for you. So let's get started. Okay, so first, this is a ragtime song, and ragtime is very major sounding. It has a lot in common with 50s style Elvis rock as far as that goes, and also old school country. So Elvis, like... So there's a lot of sixes, 1, 3, 5, and 6. And there's also going to be a lot of 2s and sliding off to here and sliding off to the 5 right here. So this is going to be our kind of wheelhouse of the notes that we're going to be playing a lot for this song, okay? So the intro does this. Okay, so all that is pretty much the same thing happening 3 times. So this is a C6 chord, and I'm going to add the 2 right here, okay? So we're playing all the white notes here, but it goes 2, 3, 1, 6, 7, 5, 2, 3, 1, 6, 7, 5. And this one's a little different. 2, 3, 1, 6, 7, 6, 5. And then you just hit G or this or whatever. And then that's the only time that happens, and then you move into the main part of the song. And in ragtime, instead of saying like verse chorus, they call it strain A and strain B, like if there's 2 parts to the song. So this is strain A or strain 1, strain 2, whatever. So this is the main part. And as far as left-hand patterns, the main approach is kind of this kind of thing. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 1 plays the note or the octave, and then the 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is the main note, and then 2 is part of a chord, and then 3, and then 4 is part of a chord. So you don't have to play it like that, but that's kind of the vibe of the song. And if you look at the chords that we have here, there's kind of involved chords, but you don't have to follow all of them. So let's look at the C here. So that says C7 over G. That's if you want to go like this. Play the G bass, and then C dominant 7 is these 2 up here. So it goes like this. I'll do it again. But you don't have to do that. You can just go like this. And then after that, it goes to F, and then C over E. That's called a slash chord. It means that the E is on the bottom. But you can just ignore the over the E and just play the regular C as well, okay? So I'm going to simplify this and just play chords in quarter notes like this. Yeah, that actually sounds fine, right? And if you want to simplify it even more, you could just play individual notes. That would be the simplest way, okay? So different things you can do with your left hand. And so for the right hand, watch the fingering here. Start with my thumb. That's one way to do it. And then for this, I use my second finger and I go. And two ways you can step that up if you feel like a challenge is I call this walking thirds, where you go like this, so you're playing thirds and you move around. And I call this inverted walking thirds, where you take the bottom note and you put it up on the top, right? So instead of the individual notes that you're reading like this, you can put your hand in a claw, never change this, and go like this. So you can do that without seeing the notes written. You just need to play what's on the top and just lock your hand into a claw. And you can even step this up one more, because the song actually goes like this. So it's playing octaves plus the third. Again, freeze your hand and go. Okay, that is a little bit challenging, so I would recommend starting off with single notes, okay? So basically like this. Okay, so that we just got through the first part of strain A, okay? And then the second time it goes through, it's pretty similar, but the chords change a little bit. So it goes like this. So it's a C with an E on the bottom. So that's one way to go, is just play the bass notes. So okay, or you can play the full chord with those notes on the bottom. Chord. Whatever you want to do there, okay? So again, choose your own adventure. You want to play the whole chord, you want to just play the root note on the bottom. And then here, I want to point out how simple these notes are once you understand that they're in this D7 chord right here. Okay, so this is a D dominant 7, which is a whole step down from the D here. And all we're doing here is doing an arpeggio of that. So that's 3, 5, 7, and this would be considered a 9 or a 2. All right, so once you see that these notes are in the D7, screwed up. Okay, so continuing on from there, similar. And then this is sort of the ending of this part, and it just keeps going and going. It goes. Okay, so again, it's just continuous, and it just keeps going and going. But you can go like this: B flat, A, G with a C on top. Okay, so, and again, you can do that single note, or you can go. Single notes sounds like this. Okay, and that is strain A. And obviously, this is going to take you quite a while to get all this in your head and in your fingers, but the melody notes, if you go and grab that, I spent a bunch of time making this, I think it's perfect as far as a good lead sheet to go from, because it's got all the notes, but it doesn't have simplified chords, but you can simplify the chords just by ignoring some of them if you want, all right? So that is strain A, and then we're going to move on to strain B, which we'll look at right now. Okay, so here's strain B, or strain 2. It's the second part of the song, which is also recognizable. And boy, the right hand just keeps moving and moving and moving on this. And there's some weird fingering things you have to do to make it all work. So I'm just going to play through it really simple, and I'm just going to play basic chords with the left hand, just so you can hear what's melody note's playing against, okay? Like this, and I think I kind of slide off the black note fingering-wise. I go like this. And then this is basically an arpeggio of a G. Here's the second half of that. Again, arpeggio. Okay. You know, it is what it is. It takes some time to get comfortable with this stuff. But so fingering, there's a couple things we actually run out of fingers. So I go like this, and then I personally just slide off to here. And again, so these notes, this is a C6, what I was talking about. And then you have to get your thumb on this because you're just coming up here to do an arpeggio on the C. And then from this, I take my thumb and I bring it up to the A because I need 5 fingers starting from the A. So I just go like this. And then F minor. And then coming down to the G, I need to go lower, so I'm using my second finger here. Then again. C minor over an E flat, so I guess I could play it like this. And then this is a G over a D, so I could go dominant 7. Then continuing on. This is an F sharp diminished chord, which is like playing an F chord, but then sharpening the root note to an F sharp. And then this is C over G, and this is just an arpeggio. It's almost like a bugle call. And then D7, not that you have to play the 7. And then G7. Okay, so that's challenging, and that's without even doing any of the hops with the left and with the left hand doing the patterns. So let's look at that, about how to add the left hand patterns to dress it up to make it sound more full and more like the original, if that's what you would like to do. Okay, so patterns we can do in strain B. Again, we've got this whole thing going on. So that's how we're going to start it. So here's the pickup notes here: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so in the real version, the original version, it's doing octaves and coming up. And so you can do that, but it doesn't really add that much, and it makes it quite a bit harder. So, but to do it fully, it would be like this. And then so. And with that, because the F minor needs to come in, I kind of like going like this. So you can hear that F minor, and then. So I did that because it said G on the bass, not that you have to do that. And then continuing on. And then C over and then Okay, and I think you can see anytime I'm up here, going like this or whatever, I mean, I could be going, because that's what it is with the full version. It doesn't really add that much, and it makes it so much more challenging. I just don't see any reason on working on this kind of thing right away. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's a more involved version of strain 2, and that's pretty much how it goes. It starts with the first strain, and it happens twice. Then it goes to the second strain here, and it does that, and then it goes back to the first, and that's it. That's just pretty much how the song goes. So as a reminder, you can download this lead sheet for free. Just go to PianoGenius.com/entertainer. And I want to point out a couple really important things about how to read through this lead sheet. One, if you're not familiar with first and second endings, that's really important. So as you're coming along and you get to where it says 1 and you wind up playing like this, that's the first ending. So the first time you get there, it's telling you to repeat strain A. So then it goes, and then you're back. But the second time, when you get to the 1, you don't play the 1, you get to the second ending and you play C again, and then that's moving you into strain B, where it goes. All right, so first and second endings, very important. Secondly, I've got a couple bass things written in here that aren't really normally done, but like for instance, we've got this G7 right here, and then I have a /G, and a /A and a /B with nothing in it. That's just to indicate that if you want, that you can do a bass line walk up. And there's also another one there where I've played a G, and then I've got a lower, it says F, E, D. So that's just some extra, again, usually when there's lead sheets made that have the notes put in, all of the background chords are just made simplified like for little kids. And that's not what I want. I want the information that I need to play the melody and also some, good chords that make it sound good. So that's why I put that in, and that's the explanation for that. I didn't go over the timing on this, but this is one of those things where if you know the timing in your head, you don't really need to be able to read the timing, particularly off the sheet music, because you kind of know how it goes. So I'm not going to go through that. But so hopefully between what I've showed you and explaining how to read the chords, and then also, of course, giving you the lead sheet that I made for you, I think it's going to be really helpful. And when I say pick your own adventure, don't get frustrated with it. If you can just make your way through the melody really slow, that's great. Then melody notes plus just one note instead of a chord. Then chord, then maybe playing the bass notes with the chord, and then doing this whole thing. So again, choose your own adventure. So hop on over to PianoGenius.com/entertainer, grab that PDF. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if this is helpful for you. It took a lot of work to put this together, but I think it's really great, and I hope you benefit from it. So thanks for watching.